Andrew here from Underground Training, and this is the mining industry news for new starters, where we talk about what's going on in the industry to make it easier for you to get your first mining job. So the big things that we're going to cover today and what we're going to have a look at is we've got some footage of a new underground mine opening up, and that's being replicated around the country. And then we're going to have a look at how you can make yourself attractive to the employers to go and get one of these jobs on one of these many hard rock underground gold mines that are opening up around the country. But first, let's jump over and have a look at the price. It's still well above $6,000 an ounce at $6,325 an ounce. There's just been a little bit of a pullback overnight. It did race up to $6,700 an ounce, so it's just come back a little bit. But that's not a significant fall with the huge gains it's had over the last 12 months. Now we're going to have a look at Black Cat and McMahon. They've got Majestic Underground starting up in Kalgoorlie, and we're going to flick through this a little bit. We're not going to watch it all the way through. It is over on our social media, on our Facebook page. If you want to look at the video all the way through uninterrupted, please go and have a look. But yeah, this is a really good example of a hard rock underground mine being started. As you can see, it's an open pit that's going to go into an underground, and this is typically the size of an open pit that goes into an underground, so they don't have to be very deep to go underground.
We're at Majestic Mine Site.
And you've got your jumbo there, and they've already done all the ground support around the portal, and they are going to charge it. So we're going to flick through this a bit. We'll watch a bit of it, but we'll flick through most of it. So they're going to charge it all up, and then they're going to, we'll watch it being fired out. And so
that's permission acknowledged.
So they've got to ask permission for it to be fired. Put the key in, press the button, fire. All this rocks here is to try and protect the jumbo box down there and the power. I would have put conveyor belt across the cable down there just to 100% make sure, but yeah, looks like it's done the job. And then they get a bogger in to bog it all out.
My name is Blake Darnan. I'm the General Manager of the Cal East Gold operation. He's going to be doing the mining for us here. They've been engaged for it.
So now they've got the jumbo going, and it's putting it in, and then it jumps forward a little bit here to where they put the vent drive and the portal in. So that's the first cut of the portal that they've taken. And then if we come through to here, now you can see that they've got both the portal and the vent drive access going. And so at this point here, it looks a bit more like a normal mine. But at this stage, they've probably gone from 3-person crews to probably 7-people crews, with the 2 headings being active now. So you jump from one to the other and back again and keep the whole thing flowing that way. And then as the decline goes down, it'll branch off and there'll be more headings available. And I think they're talking about putting a level in off the vent drive here so they can get some diamond drillers in.
Yeah, I'm Russell Penrose, Project Manager of Majestic Gold Mine out of Kalgoorlie. We've been tasked to start off a gold project for Black Cat Syndicate. And so we've cut 2 portals, currently 150 metres in both the vent and the main declines.
So it's the vent and the main decline. You can see your services, your compressed air and water, and your pump line running down here. Vent bag through the middle.
Cutting our first drive into the 1240 drill drive. Down here now boring that. It's just about starting getting your formation ready and just getting a good format and just preparation and just ensuring that everyone understands how big this job is and just understand that
rattling down the face before it gets another clean up to be bored out.
We're here to do the right thing.
We've delivered something that's pretty special right now for us. It has been noted that we are being professional in the way that we are holding ourselves.
Working with Black Hat, I think they're a good organisation, good people. They come down, they chat to you, they're very friendly. The standards have been set.
It's a bit of a love fest with the 2 companies, but it's a promotional video, which is good. But you get the idea, they're in there. And the thing that I wanted to point out with this is that this mine, while at the moment where it is at this stage, it's probably got 30 or 40 people working there. Within the next 12 months, that 30 to 40 people will be 120 to 150 people, and then it'll go from there. And if you watch it all the way through, it talks about this being a significant mine site, so it's going to be quite a large one, and you can replicate this happening on a number of different mines all over the country. This mine's happening here in Kalgoorlie, but there's multiple mines happening in Kalgoorlie that this is happening to. It's happening in New South Wales. There's copper mines that are going underground and they're expanding in South Australia. Olympic Dam is throwing another portal down, so they've employed Redpath to basically go and do what we've just watched happen there on the other side of the Olympic Dam to get another access point through. So that's a really big job that's going. There's just work everywhere. So if you're trying to get into the mining industry, this is the way to do it. If you type underground into Seek, you'll see all the jobs come up, and they're all around the country. And if you want to prepare yourself for one of these jobs, we've got a how-to on our website. It's in the new starters column at the top. It's how to get a job in a gold mine, and it lists the identifying the right job, understanding that most of these mines are going to be underground mines, so what jobs you need to get, knowing what the employers want, understanding the hiring process, crafting a strong resume, preparing for the interview, maximising your job search. So that this short video talks about how much everybody makes, and you can go through and have a look at that. And then we talk about the different roles that everybody gets as a new starter. It's a link to the underground jobs on Seek. You can have a look at that, and it just goes through what's going to be expected of you, and it talks about what's happening. This is a video that I did a few months ago on how they train people up on site to teach you how to drive the truck, so that's a good one to watch. And it goes through with your resume, how you can, if you do the DIY package, there's a good example in there on what you need to do to turn your resume into a resume that's going to get read by the employers, which is good information in there. And it just goes through everything that you need to do. And obviously, you can sign up for the DIY package in the shop. It's $495. If you want some help, the Work Ready package is there. And if you want some help with your resume, but you think you've got the mining information covered yourself, then the 3-step plan package is a really good option there. But there's work all over the country, guys, and like I said, this is a really good example of what's happening on a number of different mine sites around the country, how they're just ramping up. And the reason that what's underpinning it is that strong gold price. So that this mine that we just looked at, that will have been in the planning stages when it got to probably 4,500, and it probably got green lit at 5,000, and that means it's making money all the way through. So all the projects that are currently being ramped up, that are being put into action, have all been done on this $5,000 an ounce gold price. So now that we're well over $6,000 an ounce, that's just all extra money for all these companies, and it'll fuel the next round of mine openings. So the mines that were still thinking about doing it at 5,000 will definitely be thinking about doing it at 6,000, and that's what's going to drive all the jobs going forward. So if you're trying to get into the mining industry, this is how you're going to do it in the hard rock underground job. And like I said, if you scroll through and have a look at all these jobs, there's just jobs all over the country. It's not like it's one area, they're everywhere, and they're looking for multiple people. So if you're trying to get into the industry, that's the way to do it. You can use the training at undergroundtraining.com.au to educate yourself to how it all works. And if you want to talk to somebody that knows how the industry works, the phone number's at the end of the video.